So same situation, direct from the CV1. I'm just going to load the same file. What I've done with Oculus as well, I will cover this to make it an obviously fair comparison between the CV1 and the Quest 2, because the Quest 2 is a high resolution headset. I've changed. Okay, so I've got on 72 Hertz in a minute, and I've put the render resolution down as low as it goes. Okay, so from my quick basic maths, per eye, whatever, the rendering code resolution should work out the same as roughly the CV1. So I'm going to leave it as that. I don't care if it's under, it still shows what I need it to show. So I'm going to go through the refresh rates, and I'll have to pause the video while I do that, because it needs the Oculus refresh. So what I'm going to do, 72 Hertz, same low render resolution, that's always going to be the same. Okay, so minimize this one. I've got all my stuff back on the screen. Okay, now straight away, 72 Hertz, fine, absolutely fine. This is Oculus Link. I don't know if the Guardian comes up in there, so I'll try and move back a bit. But Oculus Link, 72 Hertz is fine. And this is what I'm trying to say. It's not, I don't think it's performance related as such. I think it is the 90 Hertz or thereabouts, the actual issue with that. It's the CPU frame prep when it gets to higher frame rates. So, no issues at all. I've still got Oculus debug tools as auto for the asynchronous time warp. My game settings are currently low. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go whack that straight up to ultra. Okay. Now, from what I can see, especially over here, the render resolution has dropped in Alyx. Okay. So I'm going to see if Steam is still set. It shouldn't be. I've set it to 100. So as a custom 100%. It shouldn't be messing Steam VR up. Yeah, I've shown in the CV1 that 20% looks like crap. Okay, but that was manually forced 20%. So this is manually 100, and it's manually 100 on the actual Steam VR overall. Okay, so Alyx is bringing the render resolution down when the performance goes up. Okay, which sort of makes sense if you lose your overhead. So I've still got about 10% overhead, but it's still looking a bit crap in the distance there. So I'm going to go back and change the low. Okay, it's going to do in around. Yeah, so it's got more clarity in the distance there. So it's not as well, it's not a massive difference, but it's enough for me to notice. But crucially, 72 Hertz, no issue, either ultra or on low. And what I think is breaking this game is Alyx, or whatever system they've got going on, is trying to determine how much graphics it can give you, and it's hitting a wall or a bug or something where it's higher frame rates and in the higher settings or whatever's causing it is just tripping it out. And because the overhead is technically there, so Alyx is messing it up. When they change something, it changes itself back, which is the whole asynchronous time warp loop that it goes into. So this is fine. This is on low. I can go everywhere. Again, was never to do with my graphical settings. Just seems to be 90 Hertz. Okay, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to just walk around very quickly just to rule this out so I don't have to do this again. And go straight to ultra. So I can even see that. I don't know whether it comes across. I can see the resolution dropping in the menu itself as well. Yeah, this looks like crap. There's loads of alias and there's just soft, muddy textures everywhere. Yeah, it's definitely, this looks similar to what that 20% did on the CD1 when I forced it manually. So I wouldn't play like this. Annoyingly, you've got the headroom to boost your graphics up, but it messes with the rendering resolution. And I think that's what people are changing this command line for, is to stop it doing that. But that doesn't solve my 90 Hertz issue. So this is 72 Hertz, absolutely fine. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to change it to 80 Hertz, set the screen up exactly like I did before, and we'll go from there, and I'll see what happens on 80 Hertz. Okay, I'm hoping that the audio quality is a bit better this time around. I do apologise, I think that's just Link having power going through it and the microphone I've got attached to the front. So, very quickly, confirming set to 80 Hertz, same resolution. Okay. Now look at this. Attention, your settings are above the recommended levels, but the render resolution is quite low. So, again, don't know why. Picking itself out like that. It seems pretty aggressive on the render resolution adjustment. Let's see how this goes. It's 80 Hertz now. Why my centering? Well, my centering's gone over there, but it doesn't matter. So this is 80 Hertz on low. No issue. There's some very weird. Ooh, he's getting a bit close. What are you doing over here, Jeff? So, some very weird frame timing by the looks of it. But the headroom's good. Again, asynchronous time warp is on auto. Steam reprojection turned off. A little bit of a jump there, but I think that might be related to what I found before with the collision detection. But whatever. For the most part, this is fine. Okay. You can play at 80 on Link. No problem. What I'm going to do is going to go up the graphics slowly because I know this starts going wrong. So that's medium and medium. Medium and medium. I've got some very weird, very aggressive frame timing spikes going on there. In the green graph, just up, down, up, down, up, down. There's never a solid, consistent thing going on. This is medium. And it's back. Okay. I'm not getting the... Obviously it's gone again now, but where it kicks in, you do see the micro stutter. Yeah, it's back again. So that's 80 Hertz medium. Again, it's still showing headroom until it just dips randomly and then gets rid of it and you're back to this. So it's not as bad here. It'll go up. One more. Go to high. Saturation high. Again, as I'm going up the graphical settings, the render resolution in Alyx is dropping. Now it's turned off in SteamVR, and Oculus is set to a certain render resolution. So it's literally the game is trying to compensate. Let's move around here a bit. Yeah. Don't know what's causing the issue, but if you guys can figure it out, it seems to be higher frame rate related. It gets worse as you go up the frame rate, regardless of the graphic settings. So, go up one more. And we're on ultra. Do a spin round, get the render resolution to correct itself. And it just seems to come down. I'm focusing on the stuff here. I appreciate you get compression with Link and stuff, but yeah, from what I can tell, it's not a dramatic jump as in when the 72 Hertz was on low to ultra. For whatever reason, that was very visible. Really low render resolution. Again, I do not know what part of this level. It's not Jeff. I don't think it's Jeff. And it's not the particle effects. It just seems to be something happening where it's trying to do a correction on itself. There's this very, very quick succession on these red lines. So this is ultra at 80. Again, it would never lock into reprojection. It still has the yo-yos kick in on auto on Oculus debug tools and reprojection turned off in Steam. I mean, I don't want to see any drop frames, but 72 Hz 80 or better is still not fixed, obviously. But again, being realistic with people's settings, I'd say medium, probably, if you're really going to question the hardware people are on. GTX 1070, Intel 6700K. It's still got some frame dips going. Don't know why. It's the sudden loss of headroom that's getting me. Stupid amount of headroom just disappears for what is literally no reason. Didn't realise he was there. So, yeah, this is the test area I like to stick with because it's the most visible, and I do not know what's causing it. I thought it was something to do with sort of the distance. Like, you can probably see this. This sometimes happens, and I don't know why. And it's incredibly distracting. The level of detail is so short of a window. I'm quite literally moving. Well, let's see if I can trigger just the area where it is. No, so I can trigger it with head movement, but character placement, for whatever reason, it shouldn't matter with head movement, but the level of detail is switching. I don't know whether that's related. I do not know. I need one of the devs to look into this. Whether there's stuff in the background behind this, behind the rack in here, that's changing when I'm moving around. I don't know. You can see the barrels changing. But again, even just stood still, you just look around, this seems to have these spikes. Now this is on medium 80 Hertz, okay? So, same situation. I've gone through all these settings, left that up on screen, and I go to 90 Hertz now, and go through all the low and all the rest of it, and go through that. Okay, I really, really do apologize for the audio quality. I know it's crap. It is just the cable I'm using on a powered hub just interfering. The Quest 2 obviously isn't very, very well shielded. Right, so this is 90 Hertz now. Quest 2 overlink, same low resolution that I've set. And every time I fire up Alyx like this, it's warning me about the settings. So this is on medium, and it's giving me a warning on a GTX 1070. So I'm going to do my settings to low. Continue with Jeff. Now all of this Quest 2 is going to be a single timing log, a log saved at the end. So we're back at 90 Hertz, and we are back to the same crap I have with the CV1. So not only is it still performing like crap, but I've got to contend with all the link artifacts and stuff as well. So this is sort of why I want my CV1 to work. And in hindsight, it's basically regardless of headset. I understand this is the Oculus API still, but this, I believe, is what everyone's complaining about still. If you go more refresh rate, you get more issues. I have no idea why. I do not know why. This is on low settings. And once again, I can absolutely promise you it was not like this on release. Something Alyx is doing is causing this. Again, it'd be the same situation. I could either go to 72 Hertz, which I don't want to play at 72 Hertz. There's no immersion on that. Just whack Ultra on for the sake of it. Okay, so I've got minus headroom going on here. And it still will not lock me to 45. So asynchronous time warp will not lock. And the biggest gripe I've got about that is the fact where it keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not a simple microstutter. It's the lag and the stuff. Yeah, it's like you're missing interlaced frames. Whereas where the image is, rather than going smooth, it's a very wobbly jitter going on. Whereas clearly the refresh rate is changed alone. And it's changing refresh rate before it's even... It's changing the refresh rate and not actually kicking in asynchronous time warp. And that's what's annoying. Now, I hope this solution isn't just make sure asynchronous time warp is kicking in. I hope that for whatever reason you can look into why it's performing like it is. Granted, this is Ultra right now. So the time I've got up and obviously the logs here, don't go by that. I appreciate I've only got, what, 8 gig video memory or whatever. Alyx really needs to run at Ultra. I'm not expecting to run the game at Ultra. I just expect it to run at 90 Hertz. I don't know what any of this doesn't. It's way before all of the spectator stuff come in. So low, get back on here, and it's just not smooth 90. It's not smooth 90. You've gone down to low settings, same as the CV1, same performance issues. And again, there's no incentive for me to go out and buy a 3080 or whatever at the minute, because I know for a fact people are having the microstutters there. There's a video online. I think it's Immersed Robot, quite a new channel. But he has a 3090 and he's showing the start level of Alyx and it's having the same random dips from his performance overlay. And I can guarantee it's the same situation as this. The high frame rates are causing issues. And it doesn't matter what hardware you've got. So, again, they can blame that on new NVIDIA drivers. I'm still on the Doom Eternal driver here, so this is not anywhere near the ones that people complain about issues with. As proven, it doesn't matter how far back I go on the drivers, it makes no difference. Even the brand new ones, it makes no difference. It's the same crap like this. So I'm hoping something could be found in these logs. I have no idea what's causing it. I honestly don't know. I've had issues in the past with the hand jitter. I've had issues with the prediction where I look. I thought that was causing spikes, but this part of the map here, I can quite literally sit here and do nothing, and it's going mental. So yeah, this is a Valve issue. Valve need to look at it. There's no way I can troubleshoot past what I've already found. Again, hardware-wise, I'm not chasing hardware to try and fix this game. It's been like it since March. It's been a complete disappointment, to be honest. I'm glad I had the opportunity to play it through once, but it's not playable. It's not immersive. Yeah, I don't want to accept 45 or even 72 Hertz. And even so, the 72 Hertz won't let me boost the graphics up. So it's catch-22. Even if I wanted to play at 72, I'd want to run higher than low graphics. But it won't do that. Again, I don't know. Honestly, don't know if it's anything related to the LOD distance, for whatever reason, or just something going on within certain parts of certain levels. I don't know. Those barrels are changing LOD from a very short distance. Yeah, I think it's just the resolution scaler is broken, and the way that it predicts or wants to predict your reprojection rate is kicking in seeing that you have headroom, I guess, and then saying, no, you don't need that, but the scaler's already upscaled again or downscaled, depending on what the headroom is, and then it just goes into a weird loop. Because the way these frame times are just terrible. Constant up and down. So, yeah, I mean, I did not have any issues on release at all. And it's been like this since March, and it's just a complete gut punch, basically. Cannot do anything to enjoy it. The second playthrough, I've just had to put up with this, and it's just terrible. So I'll leave this to guys over at Valve. It's obviously in good hands. But even if someone can come back and say, look, it's your hardware, mate, whatever, I'll accept that. I don't care. I just want to know. I just want to know. So thank you very much. Hopefully there's something in the logs that screams immediate obviousness that they can find. And again, I will test the brand new NVIDIA drivers when they come out, when they actually acknowledge the fix for whatever Steam VR issue they have. But like shown, doesn't matter if I do native CB1, Quest 2 on Link. The Quest 1 was the same, didn't matter. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I can guarantee if I try virtual desktop at 90 Hertz, it'd be the same for me. It just seems to be that 90 Hertz refresh rate. For whatever reason, it really does not like. So you can see it at 80 as well. We go 80 and then up to medium settings, it begins to show an issue. So I'll leave it. Hopefully you guys can find something. If anyone else has a similar experience, let me know in the video. That'd be fantastic. But this is really intended for the Valve guys. So thank you very much. Cheers.